I'm Harish Kodeti and welcome back to my channel. As I shared in my previous video, I am building my AWS business, which is cloud optimized, and in the process I'm sharing my whole journey with my audience, so you can leverage, you can use whatever the ideas that I share here for your own AWS accounts, and gain benefit, right, and actually optimize your AWS workloads. So the whole purpose of this channel is to provide you everything you need to be able to optimize your AWS environment, so you can actually save a ton of money and scale faster. So in the previous video, I spoke about my cloud optimization framework, which I use to actually go ahead and optimize AWS workloads. So in this video, it's like a continuation of that video, where in this video, I'm going to share how that process actually breaks down, what are the steps in that framework, or what happens at each stage of that process during as part of the cloud optimization project or initiative to any of my clients. So let's jump right in. So again, just to give you a recap, this is the cloud optimization framework which I use, which I believe and used in the past, and which I believe will give the maximum results for any client. And as you watch the content on this channel, you will see how each step works and how each how this framework fits to any kind of AWS organization, whether you're just getting started with AWS and want to lay a strong foundation, or if you already have or if you're already using AWS and have a lot of workloads on them. It's the same thing. So this framework fits with any kind of AWS subscription, and you're going to see how it works throughout the as I post more content on this channel. So the 5-step framework that I have is gain insights. Step number 1. Step number 2 is determine the KPIs. Step number 3, optimize the process. Step number 4 is optimize the workloads, and finally measure the results. If you haven't seen the framework introduction video, I strongly recommend you watch that video and then dive into this video. So let's go ahead and see how this process breaks down into it. What happens at each stage of each step of this framework. So here it is. So what happens is during the gain insights, first we are going to implement based on your AWS infrastructure and what you have going. We will go ahead and set up some or all of these AWS products like CloudWatch, Cost Explorer, Compute Optimizer, AWS Config, Cloud Rail. So I mean, it's not every customer needs all of these. It's just that based on the use case, we are going to implement. First, we need to know what's happening. So in order to get the insights we need, we are going to implement these products, a combination of these, to get all the insights that we need. So the step number 2 in the framework is really to determine the KPIs. So that happens with the stakeholder meetings to actually review the standard KPIs like cost, reduce deployment time, self-service, adoption, etc. Or if we are coming, if you have a very specific result and that you want to achieve, we are going to discuss that and determine what the success look like, determine the KPIs that we are going to aim for. So that is what happens during the second step. The third one is optimize process. So people try to go ahead and dive in and implement a bunch of stuff with really auto scaling, like the tools. But the challenge most of the times is really with the process that we have. So in the optimize process step, we're going to have meetings again with the stakeholders, and based on what outcome of those meetings, we're going to implement some of these process oriented products of AWS: Service Catalog, Control Tower, Systems Manager, Service Management Connector, Organizations, Budget. So based on what comes out of the stakeholder meetings, we are going to optimize the process. So step number 4 is really then we are going to get in and finalize what workloads we are going to optimize, right? So again, we have well architected tool, cloud formation templates, auto scaling, license manager, reserved instances, S3 intelligent tiering, spot instances. So there's so many things, like, if you are into databases like a Redshift, so there's a ton of stuff that we can do with the databases. So there's a lot of stuff that we can optimize in workloads. But first, we need to know why we are doing it, which is really determine the KPIs. Then how we are going to do it, which is really the process. Then we are going to optimize the workloads. Finally, we are going to measure results. One obvious result is cost. You'll see the monthly cost reducing significantly. And then if we have like different kinds of KPIs, if you want to look at dashboard, compare and do all of that stuff, we can have we can implement a BI tool. It could be a QuickSight or Amazon QuickSight. It could be Zoho Analytics. It could be Microsoft Business Business Intelligence product. Doesn't matter, we can get it done, but measuring results is at the end. That's the final step. And what we are going to see is we look at the result and say, okay, we achieved we are 40% there, and then we are going to do it all over again. Meaning tweak the things so that we reach our KPIs or our results that we started during the planning phase. So this is how the 5 steps of my framework break down to. Yes, there are a lot of AWS products that we are going to implement, but not all products are required for every customer. It depends on the use cases that they are and the workloads they are using. But these steps, the reason I'm sharing this is really to show you it's not like there is a method to this madness, right? So it's not like cloud optimization, we jump in and we do something. So we go in different, we go through each of these phases and then get the results that we promise. And then what you also need to understand is on this channel, you're going to see other videos that are going to come up, are going to explain each of these products and how they are going to how we are going to implement them to achieve that particular step. So I'm going to take you through that journey as well. So as I said, if you like this video, if you got value from this video, go ahead, like it. If you please do subscribe to this channel so that you can learn a lot about AWS optimization and join my journey of becoming an AWS partner and building a thriving AWS business and serving a lot of AWS customers. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk in the next video.